Okay.
Welcome,
Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
Welcome.
How
Welcome.
are you?
Fine, teacher.
Fine.
Fine, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Next, please. We are Cindy Paola Gomez, Esteban Gonzalez, and Jose Luis Garcia, your teachers. Today, we are going to see adverbs of frequency. Use of these types of adverbs. We use them to describe how often we do an activity. This means that these are the words that we use to describe the frequency with which we carry out activities of our daily lives. We are going to see the main four adverbs of frequency today.
And okay, well, these are the fourth and main adverbs of frequency. Okay, the first one is always, which means that you do that activity, that action 100% of the time, every day, everything, 100% of the time. Okay. The next one is often, which means that it's closer to always, but it's not always, 70%. The next one is sometimes, that is 50% of the time. And the last one is never, which means 0% of the time. Remember that in the case of often and sometimes, we do not want you to remember the numbers. We want you to remember that often is closer to always, and sometimes is closer to never. Okay. The only thing that is 100% and 0% is always and never. Okay. Do you have any question until here?
No, thank you.
Okay. The next one, please. Okay. Now, this is how we can create a sentence. This is the position of the of the adverb in a sentence. An adverb of frequency goes before a main verb. What does this mean? Well, first of all, you need a subject plus an adverb, like we saw always, never, often, or sometimes, and then we need a main verb. Like, for example, I always remember to do my homework. I subject, adverb always, and the main verb that is remember. I always remember. Everything else is a complement. But the base of this type of sentence is I always adverb and then the main verb. Do you have any question?
No, thank you.
Okay, so now it's time of participating. Ilse, can you give me an example of the use of adverb?
Mm, I never do exercise.
Perfect. Danny?
I always eat an apple in the morning.
Perfect. What about you, Jose?
I sometimes play soccer.
Okay. And Dolfino?
I sometimes go for a walk.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. The next one, please. But we always have an exception. Okay. An adverb of frequency could go after the verb to be. This means that you can use subject verb to be, and adverb. That is, she is never stressed. She is always in that thing. Okay. All right. Perfect. And Pepe?
Yeah, besides that, when we use an auxiliary verb like have or will or could or can, something else, the adverb is placed between the auxiliary and the main verb. So in this case, the adverb is not on the second position, it's in the third position, okay? So we have the subject plus the auxiliary, in this case is can, plus the adverb, third position, and the main verb. So we have an example here. She can sometimes, third position, beat me in a race. So Ilse, can you give me an example of this, please?
She can often go for a walk.
Very good. Excellent. Very, very good. Okay, so well, this is a very interesting. We can also use often and sometimes. Do you remember 70% and 50% of times? We can use it at the start of a sentence, okay? But we cannot use always 100% and never 0% at the beginning of a sentence, okay? This is important. So remember that, okay? Now it's activity time, okay? We have, so let me share with you the exercise. You already have the information, and now you have to put the words in the correct order. We have different slots, different words. So please, let me think, like about 4 minutes to order the sentences, okay?
Do you have any question, guys? Everything's clear?
Do we have to write the sentences on the chat or what?
We would prefer that when you finish the sentence, you speak it out loud. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you
Anything
can share,
else, guys?
you can share your answers to, I can drag and drop here the words to reorder the sentence. So I'm gonna ask for your participation to create the sentences, okay? Can anyone help me out with the first one, please?
Me, teacher.
Please, Delfino.
Often
Uh-huh,
we
uh-huh. Okay, oops,
go
sorry. Go, uh-huh, okay.
to the cinema.
To the cinema. Okay. The second one, Danny, please.
Sometimes Barbara vacuums the floor.
Okay. Ilse, please.
Sylvia never plays
Mm-hmm.
computer games.
Okay, good. Jose?
Michael
Mm-hmm.
always helps his sister.
Very good. Anyone else?
He is never late.
He, oops, he is never late. What about this one? Danny?
Sometimes we go to Germany.
Okay. We're going to check the results. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have an 8, so pretty close. Remember, we have to put the adverb in the second position with some exceptions, obviously. So in this case, in the first one, we often, yeah, and in the second one, Barbara is the subject, and then the adverb sometimes vacuums the floor, okay? And here, we is the subject, first position, then sometimes, second position, go to Germany, okay? So please remember that. Please, first is the subject, and in the second position, the adverb, okay? Except in verb to be, third position. Very good, Delfino, by the way. And let me go back to the main presentation. Okay, activity. And Esteban?
Yes. And well, just to give you a little feedback, guys, you did really well. Like Pepe said before, we can see a little bit of confusion, but do not worry. We will practice more in the next class, and we will see more adverbs of frequency. These adverbs are very essential to use when you are speaking on your daily life. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next class.
Thank you, guys. Very good
Thank
job.
you, teachers.
Thank you,
Thank
teachers.
Thank you. Bye.
you. Bye.